Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with an update on our weather. The severe weather risk is still there, mainly in the far south, but the rain continues, and for some of us, it'll continue at times heavy throughout the overnight hours, and the accumulations will be significant. We're going to go over rainfall so far. We're going to look at that radar and show you what's going on as we get ready to close out our day. Some severe thunderstorms down in the Central Plains. Now, this system wraps up over us, and I've been talking about a chance of flaky weather for some as we go into your Friday. Friday flakes? What? Let's talk about it. First, let's check out what we are seeing with regards to rainfall so far from my friends at the North Dakota Agricultural Network. Pardon me. As you take a look at this map, these instruments are strategically placed across North Dakota, and they really help us fill the gap with some rainfall measurements across the region. So look at Cass County, 7100ths there in the central part of the county. Fargo-Moorhead picking up around 6600ths thus far. And again, under the thunderstorms, the gully washers, if you will, some locally heavier amounts were likely. Look it up here in maybe the areas of, well, north of Gwinner, about 1.11 inches of rain there, 3/4 of an inch in other parts of northern Sargent County. Richland County, 4800ths in the Wahpeton Breckenridge area. Look at Becker County, a cutoff from 2800ths on the western edge to 700ths to the east. Ottertail County, a break from the heavier rainfall for you, but 39/100ths down there in parts of Wilkin County. And that was your total. The central part of North Dakota, not seeing much yet, with only a trace near the city, the state capital rather, but the center area picking up 46/100ths, and Beulah-Hazen, some rain on the way for you as well, and the oil patch picking up a little rain. Up in the far north, 34/100ths for northern and western parts of Polk County, not much near the international border. Roseau County picking up only a couple of hundredths, but the rain is on its way to the north as well. Let me get to the latest on the radar right now. Now, as is always the case, I love to have you log on and let me know where you're watching from. Let's talk a little bit about that radar, and I'll show you we do have some heavy rain showers, and that flood warning does continue for the Red River here through the Fargo area, north of the FM area, all the way up to, well, you folks in the Georgetown area. Now, the heaviest rain off towards Ulen, Hitterdal, Lake Park, Hawley. So the Becker County area, you're likely picking up some more of your heavy showers right now. Pelican Rapids seeing some showers in western and northern parts of Ottertail County as well. So that line has shifted across. A little bit of a break starting to show up here in the FM area and along I-94, Wheatland, Castleton, pardon me, and Valley City, seeing heavy showers of rain throughout most of Barnes County right now. That includes the Highway 200 corridor from Cooperstown straight into Mayville, and now up to the north we go. Check out the Bagley area, some showers showing up there. Bemidji not showing up too heavy, but likely you're seeing some showers. You're in between radar sites. Thief River Falls getting rain, and points just south of Grand Forks seeing the heavier showers right now. Another little heavy batch, by the way, pushing up into the Stephen, Argyle area and Drayton area as well. And now look out what's going on here in the Central Dakotas. So from Minot, you can see we do have some showers, but mainly to your south. So the Highway 2 corridor, not as wet as the south. It's just starting to rain. And I know that we've been getting questions, or I've been getting questions. Hey, what about Beulah and Hazen? Here you go. A good chance it's some beneficial moisture for your area. Some areas getting missed by the last several storms. Hi, Karen, good to have you on board. Hi, Melissa. Pea-size hail in Jamestown. I've got video, and we'll take a look at that right now. And thanks to folks like Melissa for sharing video and pictures. It makes Hutch's weather a little bit interactive, so I can tell what's going on. Now, down to the far south, here's where some of the stronger storms are. You can tell by the frequency of the lightning. Pardon me. And by the way, we had some ridiculously sized hail out here south of the Bismarck area. We're talking Emmons County, Linton, Hazleton, Moffett, Braddock, your area. Oh my goodness, the hail size from the storms out there were ridiculous. Remember, there was that spinner that was working around and moving out towards the Wishick area. That one was a doozy. Now, we still have some stronger thunderstorms down near Ashley and Zeeland. As we take a look at the Aberdeen radar, they're a little bit closer to the outlook there. Hi, good to see you, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining. Look at this, Roscoe to Ipswich. Things are a little bit wet there, looking up towards Eureka, some strong thunder shower activity. And here's the cell moving near the Ventura area and heading towards Ashley. This one having some pink in the radar could mean there's still some hail. Notice this, however, the watch has been dropped for our south central North Dakota counties. It remains for far southeastern North Dakota. It's this little line, this little batch that'll be moving in our general direction here that could produce a strong thunderstorm. And in fact, there's a line of stronger thunderstorms moving towards Aberdeen once again. But this area has already been, for lack of better terms, worked over. And most of the rain showers in these areas of North Dakota now really lost some of their intensity as we've gone through the evening. And as we showed you earlier, the energy in the atmosphere for producing thunderstorms and giving them the lift that can create hail is diving down to the south. That trend also continues. Here's another thing to keep in mind. Look at the wind direction differences across our area. These little blue thing, you see that little blue line? That means the arrows, the wind is coming towards, see what city is that? That looks like out there near Wilmer, Fergus Falls. These areas have a southerly component to the wind. So you are ahead of the low pressure system. The wind becomes easterly up here and then it becomes northerly. You see that? Dickinson, out there near Glen Olin, those are northerly winds. The low pressure system right over us. Those northerly winds will be ushering in some really cold temperatures, folks. And now let's take a look at what we have. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Out to the far west. Let's go way, whoopsie, I got my pencil out. So here is, let me get the pencil back out. Here's the area of concern. These showers and storms that are red, those still have a little bit of oomph to them. And then what we have over us, just garden variety thunder showers in the Jamestown, Valley City area in towards Fargo-Moorhead. We still could see more rain yet as we go through the evening yet, but overnight this thing just continues. Justin says from Cullum, 5,200ths of an inch of rain, 2 times they had hail storms tonight. Justin, thank you so much. And also lost power for a couple seconds at night tonight. Okay, so Justin, with your permission, now let me know, say yes. I think you did give me permission, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of these videos and pictures that people sent in. All right, here we go. Pardon me. Still battling a little bit of a cold here, so I apologize for that. Now, this video I showed earlier, but again, Tyler capturing this hailstorm as it made its way through Foreman. This hail was reported to be nickel, and nickel size hail is 0.88, so just below severe criteria. But boy, just in the 30 seconds of this video, you can see it piling up. The heavy rain making its way through southeast North Dakota. Tyler, thank you so very much. Justin, you're just on telling me about Cullum. Okay, here's what Justin shared with me. Here's a clip of the hail. Is reported to be dime-sized hail there. Thank you so much, Justin. Appreciate you taking part in Hutch's weather. And look at this. That's enough of that dime-sized hail to, well, you know, let it be known that it was a hailing out there. Here was another photo shared. I appreciate you so much for taking the time to upload your photos. Okay, and let's see. I think that's about it for photos that I've gotten and whatnot. But there were some funnel clouds sighted in southeast North Dakota tonight. A very active night of weather. The risk of severe is going down. Oh, I see something new. Let's get back to the radar. New flood product from the National Weather Service. So we're going to take you to the radar right now. And again, let's erase my circles and let's get into the Fargo-Moorhead area. So it looks like we got a new flood advisory, a flood watch, okay, for the next 7 hours. Let's read what this says. So the National Weather Service says the Maple River, including Mapleton, has had some heavy rain. Flooding is going to be possible along the Maple River. So for those of you in this area, particularly driving on rural or back roads, you got to really watch that. And particularly at night, it's hard to see, pardon me, the moving water and how deep it is. So the flooding will begin. Impacts begin at 20 feet for the Maple River at Mapleton, south of I-94. And the forecast stage is expected late Saturday morning to reach 18 feet. And there's still some rain on the way. So that's the latest. A flood watch there. The flood warning does continue through the FM area. This is for Cass and Clay counties for the Red River. Minor flooding is expected, but we're getting more rain now. At 19 feet, you can see that the low-level dam south of Main Avenue is closed. So there are some minimal impacts to the FM area. But when the Red River floods in and around Fargo, it's usually our neighbors in the rural areas, north or south of town, that have more of a battle with the rising waters. Good beneficial rain making its way through. We showed you rainfall totals. Now let's talk forecast real quick here, because this swirling system extends out. And to look at this, I'm going to look at more of a composite radar from the region. And then I'm going to switch this over to snow, because guess what? Oh no, there's a chance of snow tonight. And we can see what's going on out in the mountains of Montana. A little bit of snow down there south of Billings, Lodge Grass, out towards Sheridan, already starting to show up. Where we have these red counties, winter storm warnings, folks. Now, I know that's a long ways from us, but I do think we'll have a chance at seeing this cool air make its way down and, well, transition some of this rain to snow. So keep that in mind. Now, this storm system extends all the way south. There's still active tornado warnings right now near North Platte, near McCook. That's in Nebraska, in the western half of the state there. Then as we dive down farther to the south, Oklahoma, still active thunderstorm warnings, rather, down near Snyder. That's to the west of Chickasha. As we take a look down a little bit farther south, things are quieting down now for Texas with a number of flash flood warnings in place there. So this storm system, really big, and it looks like we've got new severe thunderstorm watches into the overnight hours for places like Omaha for all this activity out to the west that will be, well, becoming an overnight cluster of thunderstorms that will persist through the overnight hours. All right, we got that to tell you about. Now let's talk a little bit about this forecast. First, I want to highlight the fact that we've got a lot of rain coming, and we showed you there's already been quite a bit of rain. Here's the rain forecast by the time we get to tomorrow night, and it's showing that we're going to have some areas, northern parts of the valley, from Fargo, Valley City, Jamestown, points north, that it does include the New Rockford area all the way through the Devil's Lake Basin. 1 inch is going to be likely for most of these areas, to 2.5 or more inches of rain under those heavier thunderstorms. It does look like the lower rainfall amounts will be down in the south, near South Dakota, but still a good 1/3 of an inch is likely in these areas, with up to 1 inch. A few of you under the heavier thunderstorms, so could have already seen a little bit more than that. So that's a look at the rain forecast. Now check this out. Tomorrow morning, rise and shine. This system, the low pressure system's here. That means north winds. So we'll get a quieter wind here in the valley, but the wind is picking up out of the north out west. That's going to usher in colder air. Falling low pressure. That's right. We're going to have cold enough conditions for some flakes, the big, wet, sticky ones that all stick together in a cluster, and they're the size of Hutch's fist. Those flakes will accumulate in some areas. Not likely on roads, but I do think we'll have a chance for some slushy conditions. The snow will last from 7 in the morning, because it doesn't even get started until the morning. 7 in the morning, and some places could be having flakes mixing in even in the midday hours, even in late May. Unbelievable. Not unprecedented, though. How much snow? All right, this model is saying there's a chance at seeing upwards of 6 inches of snow, but I think it'll be more like 0 to 2 inches of slush for a few areas in north central North Dakota to northeast North Dakota, north of Devil's Lake. You're not going to see too many impacts there the way it looks. But if you get up by Langdon, Walhalla, out near the Towner County area, and on in towards the Bottineau Hills, yeah, that's not fun. So there's that in the forecast. Let me show you the latest hour-by-hour forecast on that as we get ready to head to bed. And then we'll close with a look at the 7-day forecast, because once all this stuff is done, it does look a little bit quieter because we got a big holiday weekend ahead. A lot to talk about here on Hutch's Weather. All right, the good news is some of the active weather is starting to subside right now. We still have a watch in effect until 11 for a few of us. Here's your storm system. Notice, south winds keep things very warm here in the Southern Valley into the overnight and into morning. So here is your morning look. Showers and thunderstorms will work out of South Dakota and into southern Minnesota. That's where the heaviest rain will be first thing in the morning. Look at most of North Dakota getting rain, but it will be ending from west to east. See that little batch of snow showing up in blue? That's out there by, say, places like, well, Grant County and moving on into parts of Hettinger, Bowman, those areas. Look at things cool off. This is the latest model run, folks. So this is even newer than the ones I was showing earlier. Still, a chance of some snow showers as we go from about 7 in the morning through noon. Mainly up where I showed you before. This model has been very consistent with this for the last several runs. Cold enough for snow, north central to northeast North Dakota. We stay with light winds in the valley and ports of Minnesota, but the wind is ripping with gusts over 40 miles per hour out of the north. That's out west. So this is a look at your noon snapshot. After that, the snow ends, the moisture dries up, the wind continues to blow, and temperatures will be falling. So the morning highs will be between, say, 8 in the morning and noon for most of the area. And this northwest wind is going to usher in temperatures falling from near 60 for some of us down into the 40s throughout the afternoon. And that's your Friday. Oh my. Oh my. Pardon me. Then that's out of here. And a look at the latest snowfall forecast from this particular model, because I just gotta look. I gotta look. Let's take a look at this. Okay, we'll carry it out to the end of, yuck. Okay, so if you're in places like southern Manitoba, you might get more than just a little slush up there. I said 1 to 3 inches of slush. Watch for some impacts on some international border county roads Friday from the morning through the early afternoon. That's the way it looks. And it still looks that way even as we head to bed tonight. So that's a look at your forecast. Let's end with a look at the 7-day planner. Here you go. 58 will feel great first thing in the morning tomorrow. And then temperatures as we go through the mid-morning fall a little bit. They'll rise a little bit. And then in the afternoon, they're coming right back down from about noon till 2 o'clock. We'll see it drop down into the 40s. 36 will be the low in Fargo, as those north winds and clearing skies will allow us to cool off quite a bit. Now we warm right back up though. Most of Saturday looks good. There'll be an isolated morning shower, not a big deal. Big graduation here in Moorhead, Minnesota, as well as other parts of our community. A lot of graduation parties, and it is a holiday weekend. And I must say, it looks better. Hit and miss sprinkles, light showers, not widespread big rain like we're seeing tonight. And the trend towards temperatures being near 70 for Sunday and for your Memorial Day look pretty swell. After that, super sunny, but the models do disagree on just how warm we get out to the days 6 and 7. So keep in mind that may change. Rainfall amounts up to 3 inches. Still some accumulating flakes possible in our northern and western counties. Doesn't look like a great chance in Minnesota, by the way. I did have a couple people ask that. So thanks for your questions. Tammy, hi, good to see you. Thank you very much. Justin, thanks for sharing your reports of weather, all of you, for your support and sharing the word that Hutch's weather continues to keep you up and ahead of the storm. For tonight, I'll continue to monitor. If we get any severe weather, I'll be right back and let you know. But the latest radar, and that's what we'll leave you with here so you can see. We got a new flood warning again, a flood watch, it looks like. Okay, let's take a look at that. There's heavy rain that's going to happen through the overnight hours, and we're starting to see now into the far southern valley that we have another flood watch. It looks like down near the Wahpeton Breckenridge area, so down in the southern Red River Valley. So let's take a look at what that says. South of the Maple River, we talked about that one already. Let's go to this one. Okay, so the Red River, including Wahpeton, Hickson, and Fargo, flooding is going to be possible as we're talking about impacts of minor flooding. And at 8:30, the stage, I believe this is at Fargo, was 10.5 feet. No, that's not Fargo. Where is that? Oh, that must be Wahpeton. Okay, so at Wahpeton, the stage was 10.5 feet, and the forecast is for it to reach about 11 feet by the time we go into Saturday. So some minor flooding with more rain on the way. So another flood watch has been placed. We have one for the Maple River here from the Mapleton area. We have a flood warning for the Red River near Fargo, Moorhead, and points north. More rain on the way tonight. We're going to see many areas picking up at least another inch. Thanks so much. I'll check back in if there's anything that becomes severe. But right now, all of these strong to severe storms are well out to the west and really south of us. Jamestown looks like another batch of heavier thunder showers and rain heading your way. And thank you for your reports of the pea-sized hail in and around Jamestown that happened earlier this evening. Thanks so much. Have